I said, when I first came on this, I thought, well, it'll be fun, and it'll get me in shape for football, but as we went throughout the week, I was supposed to leave Thursday morning, and at first I thought, well, I'm glad we're leaving, but when they got to come Thursday, I wanted to stay real bad, and somehow, luckily, I got to stay. And I was portraying William Groves, and at first they didn't give me a paper on him, and so I wasn't sure who I was representing, so I really didn't care too much and think about it. But yesterday, as we come up over Rocky Ridge, they said who William Groves was, and it really hit me hard that I should have taken more pride in his name, and that, because what he did was a great deed. He buried the 13 that died, and later he died because he'd done that. And I was just very thankful that I could represent his name and wear it. And I felt the spirit as in Martin's Cove, and as they told where the prophet had kneeled and prayed. That was a real humbling experience, and I'm so thankful that I could came here and be able to experience this and strengthen my testimony. And also Rocky Ridge was very spiritual. Man, there were so many rocks. I don't know how they did it in 18 inches of snow, I had a hard time doing it in no snow and no wind, and they had the wind and snow and everything. And so I'm very thankful to come on this.
Here we have Bishop Swanson and Brother Eckley. Brother Eckley is the Stake Young Men's president and also the medic on our trek. Bishop Swanson, you're the bishop of
Milford 3rd Ward.
Milford 3rd Ward. And isn't that amazing? I work with you, I know you, and I didn't know which ward you're bishop. I knew it was 1st or 3rd. How did you feel preparing for this trek, and what was your mission?
My mission in preparation?
In preparation.
To try to get it done with as little time as possible, because I didn't have much time. I was very concerned that I wouldn't have everything, so I turned that assignment completely over to my wife, and she did a wonderful job.
Great. Brother Eckley, how long have you known you're going to be the doc or the medic on this trek?
Probably a couple of months. There was a couple of other people that helped out. Chris Jenkins, and my daughter was supposed to come. She couldn't get out of college, and so just a couple of months I've had to think about it. My preparation, I felt inadequate, and but now that it's over, nothing really unexpected happened. We only had one person go to the hospital. We've done blisters and picks and bites and sunburns and all the kind of stuff you'd expected. Good, generous people. Dr. Clark helped us out with donations. Dr. Robinson helped us out a great deal. And we've had everything we needed, nothing unexpected. It's been a great blessing because I was totally felt inadequate, but it was great. We had a lot of blessings.
Good. How'd you feel either one of you, how'd you feel the first day when we started to roll out? Was it oh no, or was it excitement, or?
It was more or less anticipation. There was a lot to do, and a lot should have been done, and it was done very good. I just didn't know what to expect. When the wind started kicking up, I realized what we would be getting ourselves into. The Wyoming winds was one of the things that I guess I didn't prepare for so well. But anticipation the whole trip, and once you started hiking, all of that left, and you knew what your job was, what your goal was. And it was a neat thing. It was a neat experience.
And farther on, how
Later
did
on,
things progress? And
as time progressed, I guess the majority of the thoughts were upon the hike and what took place on the hike. It was interesting to me that you gain insights as to what the pioneers had to go through. You hear the great stories that happened, but on the little things on the trail you experience. it was neat to know that they probably went through the same things, and it was neat.
And now that we're wrapping it up, we're packing up our tents, ready to go home today. What are your thoughts, and what's the first thing you're going to do when you get home?
I feel like we've reached Zion at this point. And the first thing I'm going to do, as everybody else will probably do, is get into the shower and enjoy some good water.
Well, Brett says not before me, though.
Yeah, I hope, and that's physically, that's what I want to do. Spiritually, I want to be real grateful to Heavenly Father and all these good people, leaders, and I want to then second, before I go to sleep tonight, fill up my journal, and then write my son on his mission and tell him why I hadn't written him this week. I want to do that.
All right. Oh, that's fantastic.
Brother Eckley, if I may, he's a little bashful about these things, but he's been very busy during this trip, helping feet, which he wasn't very fond of to begin with. That's why he's in intensive care, so he doesn't have to worry about feet. But he's been very good bedside manner. He's been very well loved.
He's probably doubled the mileage of everybody else walking up and down the
Absolutely.
train.
Never complains one lick. And he enjoys his job. He enjoys his job.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Thanks to the leaders. Thanks to everybody that put this together. Absolutely. Wonderful. Success.
Did it weld our stake together somewhat?
I believe it did. I believe it welded quite a few people together. And I believe it will continue to do that as we look back on it, too. I think it's great.
For the beginning, the planning stages of this trek, we all felt really impressed that it was the thing for us to do. And I think that pretty much everybody has had a spiritual experience while they've been here. I think it's done what we expected. It's probably surpassed all of the expectations that we had for spiritual happenings. Firesides and everything has just been magnificent spirit there. And the Lord has been with us, and the people of the Martin and Willie Handcart companies has been with us, and we've all felt a wonderful spirit here. And lives have been changed. People's hearts have been changed. I think that we'll go home a little different than when we came. And especially have a greater appreciation for our heritage and for the struggles and the tribulations that those pioneers went through as they followed the call of the prophet to assemble in the tops of the mountains. A week's long enough. It was probably a harder trek than I imagined it to be physically. I don't think that there's anybody here that is not stiff and sore and got bruises and blisters, but that's all part of the experience, and I wouldn't trade this experience for anything. Yeah, I'll be glad to get home, and the lifestyle that we have and the comforts that we have, I enjoy. But I'm glad we came here to experience this spiritual experience in the high plains of Wyoming.
Sister Deanne Holm and Sister Evelyn Maples, both
Yeah, she walked the whole way. This is the other one.
in your bare feet.
One barefoot.
One, okay.
One shoe on, one shoe off.
Okay, one way to avoid blisters from shoes is just to take your shoes off. Okay.
It works.
So what a pioneering experience. How did you...
Example for every. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I felt well prepared. I've done a lot of hunting, so I felt good about it. I wasn't worried about that part of it. Thought the trek I actually thought the first days for me was the wind. The wind we're used to wind. That wind was more than sand in our eyes going down to Jackson. Next day, felt even better going into Martin Cove. What an experience to experience the spirit there and feeling the spirit in Martin Cove. And I think another thing this trek's taught me is endurance, and life's pretty good. We have it pretty good. We need to be a little more dedicated in what we're doing.
McDonald's on the way.
I think everybody's ready to go. There's mixed feelings there. You know, we've been away from the world, like you said last night. There's not near. I don't know. I don't think I've had any temptations up here at all. Maybe we've had a little murmuring. You know, things don't go exactly our way. Even this morning it started to sprinkle. I thought, I don't want to break camp in the rain. Just quit. And I think the Lord blessed us overall. Beautiful weather, the trekking, but it's been a great experience. I wish everybody could experience it. I know a lot of them would like to, and the work wouldn't allow them to do it, but we've had a great time with the youth, and I think the youth is going to come out of this really strong. All the work that went into it, you know, there's so many, the support group was fantastic, and there's a lot of work, a lot of people don't realize, you know, that just come and trek and realize all the stuff's going on in the background, taking place. I think the stake's going to go because of this.
Jacobson, I just want to, oh, and possibly his wife.
My wife right down there.
Okay.
She's more interesting than I am. No.
I just want to ask you your feelings when you were preparing for the trek. The first day when we started to roll out with the handcarts, some thoughts during, and now that we're packing up, getting ready to go home. Just kind of a recap.
Initially, probably some of the feelings I had are the same as what other people had. Maybe it's a lot of work to get ready for it, and you maybe murmur once or twice, but then you realize it's probably going to be a good thing. Feelings during the trek, just a good experience. You know, it was a lesson on perseverance and having faith in God no matter what happens. And even though, despite how tough it was for us, obviously it was much tougher for the saints that went before us, and I'm grateful for their example. Now that I'm leaving, I'm excited to get back home, but kind of sad to leave at the same time. It's been fun to kind of disappear from life for a few days and do this, and it's been fun to get to know a lot of new people and get to know people from Myersville and other people from other wards and see everybody work together and help each other out. And so I think a lot of people had some spiritual experiences, especially on Rocky Ridge, where you know, there were a lot of crowds in Martin's Cove, and it was a neat experience, especially President Jensen's prayer. But it was so crowded, it was hard to really feel the spirit. But when you were really tired and pushing over Rocky Ridge and then the program, you could really feel the spirit and understand the sacrifices that the people made, and try to be a better person.
Okay.
Try to become more like pioneers for have faith in the Lord even when things don't make sense or even when it requires great sacrifice, instead of complaining about it.
Thought the trek was really fun and everything. Spirit was
Can you use that toothbrush?
Rocky Ridge and
Brush teeth?
Martin's Cove, and it was a great time. And today we're leaving and don't want to go. We're safe for a while. So we gotta hit that.
Now, what was the name you portrayed on the track?
Sure. I was Asa Hawley. I was 21 and a member of the rescue party with the Valley Boys.
Okay. I think you lived up to that name pretty well, coming around helping everybody, building fires. And, okay.
Oh, I'm Tony Patino, and I got on the trek the first place just for a social experience, but as more I developed on this trek, it has turned into more. It has shaped me, I guess you could say. I've learned a lot. I've learned that I could do things that I wouldn't normally be able to do, and I'm really proud of myself for that. And right now I have mixed emotions about going back home. I I feel out of place in the modern world now, but I know this isn't my place either. So, yeah.
Okay. A bit of noise coming through here, but were either one of you really tempted with worldly things on this trek?
Nope. Not really. Yesterday there was this other group selling pizza back a little while after Rocky Ridge.
Yeah, it was down there when we ate lunch.
Oh
wow.
Selling pizza.
That's incredible.
And we saw them and we thought they were a disgrace. They shouldn't be eating pizza out here. And we saw the Salt Lake group and they were dressed in modern day clothing with their, walking sticks and whatnot. I was like, gosh. Yeah.
Did you feel stupid putting on pioneer clothes at first?
Yeah, at first I
On
did.
the trip up here.
Now it was important then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Did you get closer to people you never knew before?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Tony.
Yeah, now I know Zach.
Okay. Bishop Hollingshead with the Minersville Second Ward, and I just want your thoughts on preparing for this trek. Then the first day rolling out, maybe some thoughts during, and now today we're packing up tents, getting ready to go.
Okay. Well, Bishop Robinson and I had talked about it.